Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans tuning in worldwide, Andre Corbeil, your official 1WRESTLING.com reporter at the home of the legendary icon, Bill Apter, here at RCW Wrestling tonight in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, with the Clash of Titans happening. Yes, your IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion of the world, none other than Bullet Club member Kenny Omega, taking on our Canadian Heavyweight Champion, none other than former
Have you learned nothing yet? You're talking about the IWGP World Champion. You should be talking about the Viking, the saltwater savage Andrew Hawks, not some guy from some other place, some damn mainlander. You should be talking about a real man, a Viking. Do your stupid interview.
Whew. Thank God I'm wearing a bow tie and not a tie. I might have went over the deck, walked the plank, because you don't mess with the Vikings.
Andre Corbeil.
That's right.
This is Petey Williams' definition of Maple Leaf Muscle, and I need you to subscribe to Andre Corbeil on YouTube.
We got the hardcore legend, an icon in this industry, none other than Mick Foley.
DDP better put some damn clothes on or I'll whoop his ass. And that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so.
AKA formerly Brodus Clay the Funkasaurus, and you do know that.
See you at the matches.
Ladies and gentlemen, One Wrestling fans tuning in worldwide, you know me, Andre Corbeil, your official 1WRESTLING.com Impact Wrestling reporter for the legendary icon, the one and only Bill Apter. And wrestling fans worldwide, you don't have to ask too many questions. If you look to my left here, we have a very cold IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion and Bullet Club member, Kenny Omega. Yes, Canada's representation of the Bullet Club. How you doing, Kenny?
That's right. I'm doing very cool.
Now, you're here to compete for the Canadian Heavyweight title tonight?
I'm here at Cowtown. Yeah. I'm here to compete for the RCW Heavyweight Championship belts. Was there a follow-up to that at all?
No, that's what's going to happen tonight. You're going against Jesse Neal. Sorry, I thought he'd have a little bit more to say.
I'll tell you what it is. I've been hearing things a lot like, you know, Jesse Neal is a big deal. I didn't mean to rhyme that on purpose.
Yeah, that rhymes.
I've heard that Jesse Neal is a big deal around these parts. Around Cowtown. In Canada. Possibly in North America. The problem with that is, I'm kind of a big deal globally, worldwide. Right. So when I hear words like Jesse Neal, TNA, RCW, Heavyweight Championship, it flies over my head. What does it mean? It means nothing to me.
That means you're going into this match tonight with a ton of confidence.
In general, that's exactly what it means. And it also means that I don't care. Add another belt to my repertoire, it changes nothing. The one belt that means something to me is the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. And because of that pride, the pride of being that champion, I cannot lose. And in not losing, I will acquire yet another championship. But be not mistaken. I could care less about RCW, about Calgary, about Canada. I am here to just remind everybody why I am the best junior heavyweight in all of the planet. Why I am a junior heavyweight god. And yes, why I am Kenny Omega. The cleaner.
Now, I saw you do a match with a little girl, and it truly stood the test.
The test of time.
Yes, not the test of time. The levels of your ability and your talents. You know what they say: if you can have an entertaining match with a broomstick, You got it. And indeed, Kenny Omega, you got it. I'm not trying to blow up your head here, especially after what you just said of RCW Wrestling.
Right.
You know, but I'm glad you're here.
I mean, facts are facts. You said it. For me to do what I did with a little girl. Hey, wait a minute. Where are we going with this? Yeah. For me to have done what I have done with a little girl at a ripe young age of 8 years old.
This is just going right south. In a wrestling ring, mind you. All right.
It speaks volumes of my character and my ability.
Yeah, your talent level's through the roof.
And that is why your promoter, your friend, and my checkbook's friend has called me here to do business. We're doing some major numbers today, my friend.
Are you being a smartass, Kenny? Are you being a smartass?
We are competing with the playoffs after all.
Yes.
But I will tell you, every single one of those fans have purchased a Kenny Omega shirt. Every single one of those fans are here for me. And so that goes to be shown that in this area, let me take a look around. We're in a complete industrialized area. There is nothing here. Everybody here is here for me.
The cleaner, Kenny Omega, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Now,
Yep.
I interviewed your World Heavyweight Champion and also a member of the Bullet Club, AJ Styles.
Oh,
and
okay.
He's said a lot of great things about you, and that he just gets it, man. Now, I can't do AJ's accent, but I'm sure you could run it through your head.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we had AJ Styles on the Can-Am Wrestling Show with my co-host Big Ray at 1WRESTLING.com, and what do you think of him as the World Heavyweight Champion, as your compadre, and more importantly, what's it like traveling with such a renegade group? I know Doc Gallows is funny as hell. There's a clip of him doing, I think it was Elmer Fudd on the bus, and you were in tears. I think it was Elmer Fudd.
He's got a number of them. Yeah. I mean, we're a group that does what we want when we want, and all of us happen to be talented as hell. So it's fun to have fun in our off time, but also be there to support each other when we are succeeding in our profession.
Yeah, and you guys are loose and comfortable within your success,
Definitely.
Right? As a squad, as a group.
We never feel like we're walking in eggshells or that we're on the bubble or anything like that. We're just comfortable trying as hard as we can to make money for the best wrestling company on the planet, next to RCW.
Well, of course.
Uh-huh.
Realize, recognize, and analyze, wrestling fans. That's the truth from the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, Kenny Omega. Now, I thought personally Wrestle Kingdom was the best pay-per-view of the year. I don't think anything will top it throughout the rest of the year.
It's a safe bet, maybe. I mean, we've got a couple of big ones left to go, but for me, I've got it as the show of the year thus far as well.
And would you ever consider being booked for Global Force? We know that some of your compadres, your teammates, have been announced on their roster.
I mean, I'm looking to branch out now. I rarely got any free time to do any sort of bookings outside of my Japanese ones up until now. So this is actually my first non-Japanese booking this year for RCW. So from here on in, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to try to make myself available for whoever wants to use me.
And you made your come-up-ins pretty much in the Winnipeg area, right?
Yep.
When it comes to honing your craft and your skill. Can you explain to the fans what it was like, who trained you, anything you want to divulge from that portion, that building block area of your career, so to speak?
We had a lot of terrible wrestlers from where I was from. No one really even worth mentioning. A lot of guys that thought they were something special, but they were really only something in that real small bubble. So there wasn't much to take from them. You could learn a lot of wrong things from them. So I was lucky that the glimmering hope in Winnipeg, the best guy by far, and my trainer Mentallo took me under his wing.
Who's here tonight, wrestling fans, as well.
And I mean, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be standing here today. And if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have never had a spot in Japan. I'm pretty confident in that. So yeah, I mean, it was him and I training in a deep, dank dungeon and studying tapes for all hours of the night until we finally had opportunities to work elsewhere. And just from there, things snowballed. And I'm in New Japan. And Mentallo is also world traveled, and the scene speaks for itself.
And you can't be in a much better spot. You really can't.
Battery low.
Oh. Okay. That's enough.
That's great. We got a lot of material.